Hi, my name is Wumi Adebowale. I'm an author and writer. I'm a life coach and visionary, and also the founder of Superwoman Ninja. I recently published this book, Inspirational Quotes and 30 Days Affirmations. You know, our words are very powerful. They are powerful, and our life moves in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. That is why it is important for us to guide our words. You know, it is important for us to be intentional about our words, even our thoughts, because our life moves in the direction of our thoughts and our lives. And if we sow negative thoughts and words, we would eventually reap negative outcomes. That is why it is important to always dwell on positive thoughts, to have positive thoughts, to have positive words, to speak positive words. This book contains over 100 power quotes that will transform your life and that will help you live an authentic life daily. So, I just want to talk about two quotes from this book in this Q&A, which were actually asked by two of my readers. The first one is the quote in number 117. And it says, "You don't have to agree to what I say or do. My thoughts are peculiar to me and me only." And this person asked me and said, "What do you mean by peculiar? Do you mean strange?" And I actually understood that point of view, because the word peculiar has different meanings. And what I imply in this quote is unique. Peculiar here means unique, and it means my thoughts are unique to me. My thoughts are unique to me. And why I said my thoughts are unique to me, you know, two individuals cannot reason the same way. Two individuals cannot think the same way. Reason being that we have different backgrounds, different upbringing, different exposures, different education. And when I have this thought process, I wouldn't expect another person, you know, to have the same thought process as I do. And also, I wouldn't want a situation whereby the person questions my thoughts, questions what I think, because we do not reason alike and we do not think alike. And the same goes to that person. That person has his or her own thought process based on the exposure, education, you know, background and the rest. And that is why it is important for us to understand other people's perspective to things. It is important for us to understand people's perspective, to see in their own perspective. And this is what I mean by what I said in this quote. You don't have to agree to what I say or do. My thoughts are peculiar to me and me only. So it goes to this other person. His or her thoughts are peculiar to him or her because of the person's exposure, because of the person's upbringing, because of the person's education. And it's peculiar. I only know what I actually mean when I say a thing, or the way I think. I understand what I actually mean, and I'm not responsible for how the other person understands it as well. The same goes to the other person. When the person says something or has this thought process, you know, that person is not responsible for how I understand it. I can understand it from my own point of view. The person understands it from his or her own point of view. And that is why I said, you don't have to agree to what I say or do. My thoughts are peculiar to me and me only. Yes, that's for that. And the next question is containing my quote in number 69. 69 and second, and it says, if we decide to move on, then we realize the situation is not as bad as where we're coming from. If we decide to move on, we realize the situation is not as bad as where we're coming from. Yes, so what I actually mean in this quote is the fear of the unknown. You know, some people, they remain stuck in a situation which is not good for them. They remain stuck, you know, on a job, they remain stuck in a particular thing, and they don't know how to move from that point because they are afraid. They are afraid of, of taking the risk, of not knowing what the other thing holds for them. The fear of not knowing, what the other thing has in stock for them. And so they remain stuck in the same position, and they continue to do the same things over and over and over again. And what I mean here is, sometimes if we can just, take that bold step, take that leap of faith, take that risk, we realize that where we are going, where we want to get to, that situation, that we want to change, that move that we want to make, is not as bad as where we're coming from. Sometimes it's even better off than where we're coming from. And that is why I said this, and I mentioned this in this quote, that if we decide to move on, then we realize the situation is not as bad as where we're coming from. So everything you're looking for is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of fear. You must be willing to take risk. You must be willing to take that move. You must be willing to make a change. Yes. So I hope my explanations have actually cleared your any form of questions you may have concerning these quotes. And I'll be bringing you more of my Q&A section concerning this book, all right? Till I see you some other time. Take care.